An official statement was released by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club on the postponement of the Spurs v Fulham game. A statement was released by the Premier League on future fixtures. Spurs and Jose Mourinho are furious that they were left waiting until 3:14 p.m. before the game was cancelled. The FA Cup clash at Marine will now be played behind closed doors as Liverpool City have moved into Tier 3. A former Tottenham midfielder has stated that we all need to give Tanguy Ndombele credit for turning his career around at Tottenham, and reports are stating once Mauricio Pochettino has been appointed as PSG boss, he wants to come and buy Dele Alli, Hugo Lloris, Harry Winks and Serge Aurier. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I'm going to go through all of the Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports from today. Let's start with the official announcement by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club that was put out just a couple of hours before the game was meant to take place. Spurs v Fulham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was meant to be a 6 p.m. kickoff. This went out from the club. We can confirm that our Premier League home fixture against Fulham, scheduled to take place this evening, Wednesday the 30th of December, has been postponed. The Premier League informed us of the decision this afternoon, with Fulham having requested the postponement on the grounds of a number of COVID-19 positive cases amongst their players and staff. Everyone at Tottenham Hotspur sends their best wishes to Fulham for a safe and speedy recovery to all those who are affected. Details of a new date for the fixture will be confirmed in due course. The Premier League also released an official statement. It said Fulham lodged a request with the Premier League board to rearrange the fixture following a significant rise in positive COVID-19 cases, as well as a number of players showing symptoms today. The Premier League board has consulted its medical advisors, and the decision to postpone the game has been taken as a precaution and with the health of players and staff as the priority. The group will now be retested immediately. With low numbers of positive tests across the overwhelming majority of clubs, the Premier League continues to have full confidence in its COVID-19 protocols and being able to continue to play our fixtures as scheduled. The league wishes those with COVID-19 a safe and speedy recovery and will rearrange the postponed fixture between Tottenham Hotspur and Fulham in due course. A report was published on the Daily Mirror website earlier today, and it states that Tottenham have been left furious after the Premier League postponed their clash with Fulham less than 3 hours before kickoff. It turned into a complete farce, with Jose Mourinho posting a picture of his players still not sure whether they could play, with the caption, "Match at 6 p.m, we still don't know if we play, best league in the world." The report then states that Spurs were in complete agreement with their manager as they were left waiting even though Fulham first reported the outbreak to the Premier League on Tuesday, but no decision was taken until 24 hours later. It is believed that 6 Fulham players and 4 members of staff had tested positive, but it might have been complicated further by others needing to self-isolate even if they were negative. They may yet be able to play Sunday's game at Burnley if there are no more positive cases. Fulham were themselves in a hotel in London preparing to play the game, but asked the Premier League for a postponement, and eventually an official statement was put out at 3:14 p.m. However, by that time, Tottenham had already gone to great expense by putting the game on. TV crews had started setting up as the game was due to be live on Amazon, and their players were also left in limbo. There is anger among clubs that there does not seem to be a set method of stating whether a game should go ahead, because the original outline plan was not if a team could field 14 players, then they must play. A report was published on the Evening Standard website earlier this evening, and it states that Tottenham's FA Cup tie against Marine will be played behind closed doors after Liverpool City region was moved into Tier 3. Spurs have been drawn to face 8th tier side Marine in the 3rd round on January the 10th. Marine had been hoping around 500 fans would be able to attend the game on Merseyside when they welcomed Jose Mourinho's side at their 3,185 capacity Rossett Park, but the game must now be played behind closed doors after the government announced on Wednesday that Liverpool would now move into the higher level of coronavirus restrictions from midnight. Marines say health and safety considerations must come first, but admit the announcement is a huge disappointment for all involved with the club. A Marine statement said, following today's government announcement moving the Liverpool City region into Tier 3, the club have had confirmation that the FA Cup third-round tie at the Tottenham Hotspur will be played behind closed doors. This is a huge disappointment for all involved with the club, but safety must always be paramount. A report has been published by the Football Insider, and they are stating that Jack Clarke is wanted by Stoke City, Coventry City and Sheffield Wednesday on a loan deal in January. A loan deal that will run until the end of the season. They have all been put on red alert as they all regard Jack Clarke as a big talent. Former Tottenham midfielder, now TV pundit with Sky, Jamie Redknapp, has been talking all about Tanguy Ndombele, and he said, I think that you have to give him a lot of credit. I think he's a good example that when you have to give players time when they first arrive, it's totally different to leagues he has played in before, and you don't know how it's going to work out. A manager leaves halfway through the season, a new manager comes in, and he didn't feel he trusted him, and he has pushed Ndombele to produce these kind of performances. You have to credit the manager, but you have to credit the player more. Redknapp then said he's the one who fundamentally has to make that change. He has to realise you cannot just play when you have got the ball. I've been so impressed on how he has turned his Tottenham career around. It would have been very easy for him to just sulk to a certain extent and think the manager doesn't fancy me. But what's the point? He hasn't. He has forced his way into the team, playing ahead of the likes of Giovanni Lo Celso, and he's become one of the most important players. A report out earlier today from the Sun newspaper, and they are stating that Mauricio Pochettino is reportedly plotting a swoop on old club Tottenham for Hugo Lloris and Dele Alli, once confirmed as the Paris Saint-Germain boss. It then states Pochettino, who captained PSG as a player, is on the brink of taking over at Paris Saint-Germain after holding talks with club bosses. And Eurosport claims that Pochettino, who was axed by Spurs back in November 2019, will return to his former team for reinforcements once announced. Out of favour midfielder Dele Alli, 24, has been linked with the French giants for months. It then states Jose Mourinho clearly has a lack of faith in the England international and has barely used him this term, and criticised him last week for his role in Stoke's goal during their Carabao Cup quarter-final victory. Spurs chairman Daniel Levy is believed to have blocked an attempt by PSG to sign him last summer, but they are now reportedly preparing a swoop to secure him on a loan next month. The former MK Dons ace is also said to be keen on the prospect of playing abroad. Meanwhile, French international goalkeeper Hugo Lloris has also emerged as another name linked with a Poch reunion. And the 34-year-old stopper and Ali are not the only Tottenham stars being linked. Today's report also states that sources close to the London club are expecting the names of Serge Aurier and Harry Winks to crop up on his transfer wish list. Manchester United legend, now TV pundit with Sky Sports, Roy Keane, has been talking all about Tottenham star Gareth Bale, and he believes he looks way off it at the moment. He told Sky Sports, I don't see him getting back to the level he was a few years ago. Top players you've got to be playing week in, week out, with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. When Gareth Bale is at his best, we are going back a few years now. I know he's produced big moments in big games, but he looks way off it. Former Chelsea striker Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, who of course is now a TV pundit with Sky as well, he was also talking about Gareth Bale and said Gareth needs a run of games. You cannot expect him to come on at half-time and change things straight away when he has not had 5 or 6 games in a row. He's somebody that needs to get into a rhythm and needs opportunities to play. He has not played enough for my liking, and also at Real Madrid he didn't play, so you need to give him time. Former Spurs striker Luis Saha has come out and said that Jose Mourinho and Spurs need to use Carlos Vinicius more in future matches. He said it is a worry aside from Harry Kane and Heung-min Son. Only Tanguy Ndombele has scored more than 1 league goal this season. Spurs have a decision to make in January. They need to look at players who can help them score more goals, even if that means signing another striker. I don't think they have used Carlos Vinicius enough this season, even in a competition like the League Cup. It is something that needs to be addressed, because if Harry Kane and Heung-min Son aren't scoring, you don't know where your goals are going to come from. I think they need to give Carlos Vinicius more of a chance during the rest of the season. The answer isn't necessarily to bring in another striker, because they only brought him in last summer. One result in the Premier League today, Newcastle United 0, Liverpool 0. Liverpool are still top of the Premier League. They have played 16 games. They have 33 points. They are 7 points ahead of Spurs, but we do have a game in hand. The first fixtures of 2021 that will be played in a couple of days' time on Friday, the 1st of January, will be Everton against West Ham, and then Manchester United will take on Aston Villa. On Saturday, the 2nd of January, Tottenham will be in action at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Leeds United. That is a 12:30 early kickoff. 3 other games on that day. Crystal Palace will take on Sheffield United, Brighton will take on Wolves, and West Bromwich Albion will take on Arsenal. Right now, Spurs remain 7th in the Premier League. We have played 15, we have won 7, we have drawn 5, and we have lost 3. We've got a goal difference of plus 11, and we have 26 points. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to this channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Stay safe and well. I'll see you on the next video. Until then, come on you Spurs.